I 3D printed these slippers with tiny feet under them that click when I walk. And I made them on the cheapest reliable multicolor printer you can buy. But to make these, I had to find out how soft this $299 3D printer can actually print. Eight soft filaments, 3 tests, and one $299 3D printer. Hi, I'm Dr. Dan, also known as 3D Printing Doctor. I did my PhD on 3D printing soft robotic systems, so soft materials are kind of my thing. So let's put some of that knowledge into work. By the end of this video, you will learn how to 3D print soft materials with this 3D printer without crashing the filament inside of it. If this printer can handle PEBA, and how one filament can produce 4 different softnesses in one print. 5 TPUs across the hardness scale, 2 PEBAs, and 1 TPU Air. Let's find out how soft this 3D printer can print and pick the right materials to make these clicky slippers. 5 filaments, hardest to softest, all the same shape, all printed on Kobra X. 64D, 90A, 40D, 85A, and 75A. Quick context, what are these numbers? A, D, 75, 65? These are coming from shore hardness values. Shore hardness is how we measure the softness of the material. Higher the number, stiffer, stronger. Lower the number, softer. Here is the chart for understanding the shore hardnesses. For example, rubber band is shore hardness 20A. Tire treads are 70A. Shoe heel is 80A or 30D. And shopping cart wheels are around shore hardness 50D. Gummy bear is shore hardness 1000 scale. And these are some of the examples from our daily lives. Now let's squeeze them. This is 6040. It is the hardest soft filament. It's almost rigid, to be honest with you. Really hard to push my finger in. Now we are able to 3D print fast because it's 6040. 95A, the TPU you have actually seen. Phone cases, watch bands. This is pretty soft. You can see my finger gets in. I can bend it too. 40D, the easy end of the flexible filaments, firm enough to print fast, soft enough to actually bend. This is the crossover zone. Flexibility meets durability. You can see I can squeeze it really nice. Squeeze the fingers. This is 85A, much softer. Now I can twist it too. And it gets back to the orgy shape. And this is the softest I could print on this machine, 75A TPE. See, it's very flexible and squeezable, but you need to print very slow with this one. At 10 millimeters per second, the printer was crawling, but it worked. Here are my settings to successfully 3D print all 5 on Kobra X. Print speed and temperature are the most important ones. Real quick, this video is sponsored by Anycubic, who actually sent me Kobra X to test. And I want to be straight with you. Running 8 soft filaments through a budget multicolor 3D printer is not what this thing is marketed for. If you wanna grab one, link is in the description. Now let's reveal my secret on how I achieved 3D printing softer than 95A with this machine. This is the top of Kobra X extruder head, where 4 PTFE tubes feed into ACE Gen 2. To print soft, we need to reduce friction. Watch. 2 screws. Pull this piece off. That is the main source of friction for the soft filaments in the feed pad. But there's a catch. This piece has gears that engage the sensor. That's how the printer knows filament is loaded. Take this off and the machine thinks there's no more filament in it. It won't print. So we trick it. Tiny piece of paper plugged in with tweezers right here. The sensor reads it as filament present. Machine is happy. We're gonna take our soft filament and plug it in through the gears, and then you will hear the sound. Yes, once you heard this sound, your filament is in. Next we are going to extrude it to see if the flow is good. One more thing, I want to actually see what's happening at the nozzle, so front cover comes off too. Now I can watch the extrusion. To extrude the filament, I'm going to click filament session, select my filament, and click extrude. Filament loads, feeds clean. This is how you modify this machine to print pretty soft, and watch it. And now extrusion is complete, we're good. One more thing you need to know, even with these mods, you will get clogs sometimes, and it is normal with soft filament. To decrease your chances for clog, you need to print in hotter temperature ranges of your filament. Let me tell you why clogs happens in the first place. There are two reasons. One, you are printing at a temperature that is too low for your material, and filament buckles before it reaches the melting zone in the nozzle tube. 2. You are pushing the filament too fast for the temperature selected. Either way, the filament gives up before it melts. That's a clog. With the soft filaments, this happens, it's normal. The good news is cleaning it is straightforward when you know the steps. Do you want me to make another video to show how to clean a clog in Kobra X and show you the disassembly steps of Ace Gen 2 extruder head? Comment below. Remember when I asked if this 3D printer could handle PEBA? It's time to find out. PEBA is still a thermoplastic elastomer, same as the TPU family, but it is engineered differently. PEBA is built for rebound, energy return. That is why this test is not a squeeze test, it's a bounce test. Here is my PEBA ball. I 3D printed two of them, same file, same settings. Blue one is with Amolen, black one is with Siraya Rebound. And there's a little bit of a problem here. Okay. Same height, same drop, watch. For the best bounce, the winner is Amolen PEBA. And to answer the question from earlier, yes, Kobra X can handle both spools printed successfully. One thing worth noting, same geometry, same settings, only the material changed with Amolen and the support came off really nicely. With Siraya Rebound, supports fuse with the object. I couldn't remove them without damaging the print. Same printer, same file, same settings, different results. And the third thing I promised, one filament, 4 different softnesses, and one single print. This filament becomes softer when you increase the temperature because it turns into foam as the temperature goes up. Same spool, same file, same print. The only thing that changes, the temperature. At the bottom printed cooler, 240 Celsius firm. At the top it printed with 270 Celsius, printed hotter, and it is foam. Same material, 4 completely different fields in one print. Do you also realize how the texture changes? If you look over here, you can see from 240 to 270 it starts to foam. Since I keep the flow rate same throughout the entire print, it starts to do deformation over here because the expansion ratio of the filament is more than what it is programmed, so it's like overflowing. I need to adjust the parameters for that one. This also simply means you can design parts where the firmness changes through the structure. Stiff at the base, soft at the contact point, single prement, single print. You just need to adjust the algorithm, which in this one I only change the temperature. We also need to change flow rate. That completes the third and the final test of this video. And speaking of comfort and firmness, now it's time to go back to building the Clicky slippers. So I printed these. The body of the slipper is 95A TPU, the tiny feet in 6040. Here is why. Each slipper print took around 48 hours and I wanted to avoid clogging and reprints, so I went with the 95A for the body. Soft enough to wear, but not so soft that the printer was going to fight me for 2 days straight. I could have gone softer, I choose to not risk it. For the tiny feet, 6040, hard enough to sustain my weight under every step, but close to rigid so they wouldn't deform around the switches. I designed the entire project by using Onshape, and here is the full assembly. Slipper on the top, clickers in the middle, and the tiny feet at the bottom, and here's the bottom view. Here all my right feet ready to be painted, and here all my left feet ready to be organized for painting. I used blackest black, which absorbs most of the light, to paint the fingernails, and here me doing first time, and it is called Muzou black. Same material, same print, just got the nails done. And I have a little bit more to go. These are Kailh Box mechanical keyboard switches, 1 per tiny foot. That's where the click comes from. I have so many because we are going to install 18 per slipper. We also need to cut these pins because we don't need them. Now I'm going to put my gel-based super glue and insert the clicker in place to stabilize it. Here is me doing this fast forward, almost all of them. And let me show you how I install the clicker into the slipper by again pouring a glue, little bit drop that over here. And this is our beautiful tiny feet with the painted fingernails. And we are going to push it all the way in until it stabilizes. Assembly 1 is completed. Two materials, mechanical switches, and the most ridiculous color combo I could come up with the goth painted fingernails. Quick thing, I made a standalone version of this. Just the tiny foot, the switch, and click anywhere you want. Let me know in the comments if you want this. Should I release the STL files? You can hear it. Assembly is done. Let's try these on and go for a field trip. I'm excited. Satisfying steps. Let's leave a mark on the sand. Yep, it is here. Tiny feet mark. After the field trip, my tiny feet got dirty. $299 3D printer, 8 soft filaments, 1 ridiculous pair of clicky slippers, and yeah, this machine can go softer than anybody told you. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button and don't forget to subscribe to your 3D printing doctor to see what's coming next. As always, happy 3D printing!